Good evening. It's Tuesday, February 4, 2020 here in Cebu City. I'm Cherry Ann Lim, and here's all you need to know in NewsBits tonight. Classes in all public school levels in Negros Oriental have been suspended for 3 days due to the threat of the 2019 novel coronavirus acute respiratory disease. The province now has 5 patients under investigation for the infectious disease. Here's Chari Coronel for the details.
The provincial government of Negros Oriental declared a 3-day suspension of classes starting tomorrow until Friday in all public school levels, while private schools may suspend classes at their own discretion. In his executive order, Governor Roel Digamo said the move is a precautionary measure to address the threat of the 2019 novel coronavirus acute respiratory disease in the province. The Department of Health said there are 16 patients under investigation in Central Visayas as of Tuesday noon. Dr. Leland Estacion of the Negros Oriental Provincial Hospital said 5 of them are in the province.
Is in the isolation room. They are stable, and in fact, we have one who already finished the 14-day incubation period, but we delayed her release because we have to know first the result of the throat swab.
They were allegedly in close contact with the 2 Chinese nationals who tested positive for the infectious disease. One is among the passengers of the Chinese couple's flight, while the other 4 are employees of a hotel in Dumaguete City and a resort in Dawin Town. DOH earlier reported that the Chinese couple had visited Dumaguete City and Cebu. Meanwhile, the Bureau of Quarantine had already given the list of those who are under home quarantine in Cebu to the Philippine National Police. This is to make sure that they will strictly follow protocols. The Bureau added that if they disobey, the Health Department may recommend to have them quarantined in a facility. Chari Coronel, NewsBits Tonight.
10 public transport drivers in Cebu City have been fined 5,000 pesos each for not wearing the protective face masks during work hours. Here's Nico Tubo for the details.
10 public utility vehicle drivers in Cebu were apprehended for not wearing masks during working hours. The drivers violated the order issued by the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board in Central Visayas last week, requiring public utility vehicle drivers to wear masks amid the threat of 2019 novel coronavirus acute respiratory disease. Of the 10 drivers, 7 are public utility jeepney drivers, 2 are taxi drivers, and 1 is a transportation network vehicle service driver. LTFRB Central Visayas Director Eduardo Montealto Jr. said the drivers were issued violation tickets during the random inspection. Each drivers will have to pay 5,000 pesos as fine for the first violation. Meanwhile, the Department of Trade and Industry has served a show cause order to 7 pharmacies in Cebu Province for allegedly manipulating the prices of masks. DTI Cebu Provincial Officer in Charge Rosmay Quiñanola said the establishments were requested to explain after complaints reached the agency. Quiñanola clarified they have yet to receive a base price from the Department of Health on the said items so they can compare whether it indeed had a price increase. Aside from the masks, DTI is also monitoring the price and supply of alcohol and sanitizers in the market, which are included to the recommendations of DOH in fighting the infectious disease. Nico Tubo, NewsBits Tonight.
More stories in NewsBits Tonight after this short break. to the threat of the 2019 novel coronavirus acute respiratory disease, the Department of Education has postponed some of its events for the month of February. Here's Chari Coronel for the details.
The Department of Education in Central Visayas has postponed some of its national, regional, and division events scheduled this month due to the threat of the 2019 novel coronavirus acute respiratory disease. These include the Central Visayas Regional Athletic Association and the National Schools Press Conference, the 2020 Sivera Meet, which is a qualifying event for the Palarong Pambansa, was originally scheduled on February 23 to 29 in Dumaguete City, while the NSPC was supposed to take place from February 17 to 21 in Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. DepEd Central Visayas Director Salustiano Jimenez said the region is following the directive from their central office to suspend activities this month. Jimenez added they initially planned to move the Siviraa on March. Dumaguete City is one of the 3 places in the Philippines visited by the 2 Chinese nationals who tested positive for 2019 nCov ARD. Chari Coronel, NewsBits Tonight.
For the latest in sports, here's Kenneth Torres.
A massive memorial created by fans outside Staples Center after the death of NBA legend Kobe Bryant was being cleared, with an official saying some of the items would go to Bryant's widow and other family members. The cleanup of flowers, balloons, jerseys, stuffed toys, and basketballs began at 4 in the morning Tuesday. A fence was also put up around the site to keep the cleanup out of public view. Staples Center President Lee Zidman said that more than 1,000 basketballs had been boxed up. Vanessa, Bryant's widow, said that flowers will be spread around plants near Staples Center. Fans were urged to donate to a Bryant Foundation rather than bringing more gifts and flowers. Kenneth Torres, NewsBits Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Sherry Ann Lin. Good evening.